The Student Growth Summary Report is primarily used by campus administrators. This report compares student growth on MAP for an entire grade level to projected or typical growth. Analysis of this report allows campuses to identify grade levels who are on track to meeting or exceeding projected growth by the end of the year. This gives administrators and leaders valuable feedback about what is working in different grade levels. This report can be used in conjunction with the Achievement Status and Growth Report, which will identify the individual students who contribute to this report. The Student Growth Summary Report is available in your campus data folder on the S drive. After the MAP window has closed for that particular season, you can also access the Student Growth Summary Report on the MAP NWEA website. To access the report on the MAP website, click on PISD MAP Teachers on your web desk, and it will log you into NWEA. On the left-hand side, under View Reports, click on MAP Growth Reports. And then scroll down in the center of the page to almost the very end. Here you will find the Student Growth Summary Report. The term at the top defaults to the last term that was open for you. It will not show the current term that students are currently testing in. Most of the time you do not need to change this term. Underneath that, you can choose what data you'd like to see, either by school or by district. Then you can select your campus. At the bottom, you have the option of seeing all of your students together, or you can run a report by ethnicity, by program, or by gender. For the growth comparison period, you'll see different options depending on what season you are looking at. Here I see fall to winter or winter to winter. Once you've made your selections, click Create PDF Report. Depending on the size of the report, it may take a while for this report to populate, so you may need to access the reports queue and download the report a little later. This report shows the growth a group of students has demonstrated from one MAP test to the next. This growth is then compared to the growth that is projected. Here you will see all the grade levels in the first column and the number of students represented by each grade level. In the comparison periods, you will see whatever test events you have chosen, either fall to winter, winter to spring, or fall to spring. For each of those comparison periods, you will see the average RIT score for that group of students, the standard deviation, and the average percentile rank for that group of students, for both the initial and the final period that you've chosen. The observed growth is the amount of RIT score points different between the second test event average and the first test event average. The observed growth SE is the standard error of measure, or the amount of measurement error associated with the observed term-to-term growth. The next section is grade level norms. We do not recommend using School Conditional Growth Index or School Conditional Growth Percentile. These data points are not comparable to the median conditional growth percentiles. We recommend instead focusing on the student norms section. Here you'll see the count with projection, which is the number of students in the group that have a score from both terms that you've chosen. The count that met projection is the number of students in the group who met their projected growth. The percent met projection is the percent of students in the group who met projected growth. And finally, the student median conditional growth percentile is the growth percentile rank for this particular group of students. The median is the middle value when all students' conditional growth percentiles are ordered from smallest to largest. The expected median conditional growth percentile is around the 50th percentile rank. However, for lower performing groups of students, we need to see the median conditional growth percentile to be closer to the 60th percentile rank. Below the table, you will see a bar graph. The purple bar represents the observed growth for this group of students in RIT score points. The orange square represents the school norm's projected growth. The school norm's projected growth is the average projected growth expected for the students in this group. The purple bar should completely cover the orange square. That means that that group of students met or exceeded projected growth. If the orange square is above the purple bar, that means the growth of this group of students is below the expectation.